behind. Suitcase. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock ticking. Think of you, caught up in circles. Confusion is nothing new. Flashback, warm nights, almost left behind. Suitcase of memories. Time after sometimes you picture me. I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me. I can't hear what you have said. And you say, go slow, and I fall behind. The second hand unwind. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. After my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. And secrets stolen from deep inside, and the drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. Then you say, go slow, and I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. Oh, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. It looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we would get there someday. And they said, I bet they'll never make it. But just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. Ain't nothing better. We beat the odds together. I'm glad we didn't listen. Look what we would be missing. They said, I bet never make it, but just look at us holding on. We're still together, we're still going strong. Yeah, you're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to.
Hello, hello, everybody. Sorry to cut the sweet music short. How's your day going? How's it good? Yep. I know, I didn't want it to stop. I just realized, oh my God, it's 11:06 here. I would have continued listening all through. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to today's session on creating email campaigns through Partner Center. Happy Valentine's Day. How y'all doing? Any plans for today? If you have plans for today, just leave it in the chats. Let's see what plans. Are you taking someone out? Are you having fun with family? Nice. Hike with a wife. Also, oh my God. Yeah, you guys are lucky. It's too cold out here to go hiking. At least for me, anyways. Dinner out with spouse, Brad. Perfect. Yeah, I'm going out. I'm going for dinner too later on today. Perfect. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, my name is Akachi Amadi. I'm part of the customer success team here, working alongside Lily and Brady. And today I will just be taking you on the email campaigns within Partner Center. I'm just going to go right to it on the agenda for today. We're just going to be looking at an overview of email campaigns, and then I'll move on to demonstrating on the Vendasta platform how to create email campaigns, how to edit campaigns, and how to send out this campaign. Before I begin, I just want to make sure that you can hear me. Okay. I think you can because I got responses, but can you see me and can you see my screen here? Perfect. Thank you so much. How many of you have sent out campaigns before? If you have, just leave it on the chat. If you have email campaigns. No, Kristen, no. Okay. Brad, yes. Okay. Oh, just Brad? No one else? Okay, so it's a good thing we're having this session then. So, what are email campaigns? Like, what is it all about? So, email campaigns, just as the word suggests, campaign is a scheduled series of targeted messages, like emails, sent to, for example, nurture leads or reaching out to current customers, to increase your sales. So it's a scheduled series of targeted email that you send out. Okay, it allows you to stay, in touch with your customers and your potential customers. So you can actually reach out to them to give them updates on maybe your latest products or promotions, or even offering them coupons, stuff like that. So each individual email should have a purpose and lead to a specific call to action, right? So we're calling you to action, calling you to for example, book a call with me. I'm calling you to sign up for something. I'm calling you to download something. I'm calling you to make a purchase. So that's what email campaign is all about. So there are some things within the email campaigns that when sending out campaigns that you should avoid so they are not tagged as spams. How many of you would, open your emails and you just see certain emails and you're like, ah, yuck. Immediately you block it or you just delete it right outright, just delete it. So we see campaigns day to day, and there's some that would be attractive to us that, based on maybe the subject line or based on the content, you would be like, okay, let me look into this, right? There's some email campaigns that would speak to you. Like, okay, I think I need this, right? And whereas there's some, for example, with excessive colored text in bold, like red. I think I got an email a few days ago from an airline. Well, not an airline, but an agency. And it was just like I just saw red with excessive exclamation mark. I was like, what is this? And I immediately just blocked it off, right? So there are times we see those yucky emails that you just don't want to read. So for example, would be when they have, like text in caps, when they have promotional words like, oh, make money quick, save money now, act now, become a billionaire now. Phrases like that, you just like, nah, you just turn it off, you block it off or you delete it. So so you just want to avoid, making your emails all that look spammy altogether. And I would also advise that you consider purchasing a custom domain. If you do not have one, you should consider purchasing a custom domain. That will make your email look professional. Yeah, and then there are some things that you should note within the Vendasta platform that, about email campaigns within the Vendasta platform. So, number one thing to note is that within our platform, um, email campaigns are available to all paid subscribers. So as long as you are on a paid subscription, you will have access to the email campaigns. Another thing of note, and I want to see because I did take the Partner Center boot camp that was last week Friday. Oh, thinking of it, I think I take boot camp Fridays typically. Okay, so I did take Partner Center on Friday, and we went to my teams under administration. Who can recall? And we have one of the answers there, but who can recall how many roles we have available within the partner center? So we can see admin role. Can you just write down in the chat which two roles are missing, right, within the partner center? So we have admin role. Just write it down there in the chat if you recall. Salesperson, yeah, yeah. One more. Admin and salesperson. There's one more. Brad, yeah. Digital agent, yes, yes, absolutely. So there are three. Thank you so much, Zach. Wow. Okay, yes. So there are three roles that one could have within the Vendasta platform. You could be an admin. So a digital agent is only has access only to task manager. Okay, they don't have access to any other part of the platform, just to task manager. So they are like, working on a project or something, while a salesperson would typically have access to the CRM, right? Because they're dealing with prospects. And then, of course, then you have the admin that typically has access to everywhere in the platform and can add a salesperson, remove a salesperson, and do all that stuff. So within the Vendasta platform, we only the admin can create and edit email campaigns. Only the admin. And once the admin creates a campaign, then it becomes accessible to the salesperson to use. So that's something to note. Another thing to note is that you have, like, to send out email campaigns, then there must be a user. And it makes sense, right? Because you recall, oh, yes, another question for you. I know I'm asking questions today. Who is a user? I talked about that during a partner center session last week. Who is a user within the Vendasta platform? If you can put that down on the chat, that would be awesome. Who is a user within the Vendasta platform? Anybody? Someone that's ID, a contact for an account, a client? Yeah, 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 yeah. Brad, yeah. People on our team. You know what? These answers are correct. Like they could be people on your team. So I would explain that shortly. So a user, you're right, Christian. Thank you so much for the engagement, Christian, Zach, and Brad. Thank you. So yeah, so a user actually, just as Zach said, could actually be someone on your team. So say for example, there is a salesperson that is on your team. You could make that salesperson a user so that maybe they can have access to their prospects business app account. So that could be it. It's rare, but it's possible, right? And then it could be a client, right? And that is the most important one. Like a user typically is someone that is already a client of yours, because a user has access to the business app, right? So they are able to look into the business app, look at the products that they have available, and do a lot of stuff within the business app. So it makes sense that before you send out a campaign, that you should have a user, because these are the people you're sending out the campaigns to, right? So again, very important, it must have a user, or at least for there should be a contact, right? So the most important information for a user or a contact would be the email address. So recall we're talking about email campaigns. So it should be the email address. Okay. And then okay, I think there's a question for Brady. Okay. And then next thing is that you should actually tag a salesperson. There should be a salesperson attached to the account. Why is this important? I don't want to see an email sent to me and there is no contact person to reach out to. So let's say I'm sending out an email or a campaign, right, to say, okay, get this product now. This product is important. And at the bottom of the email, for example, I don't see any contact, right? So who do I reach out to? Like, what's the person email address, or what's the contact information? So it's very important that your email should have a salesperson there. And last but not the least, within the Vendasta platform, and I think in general, actually, the anti-spam law states that you need to have your address shown below the campaign, right? So you need to have your address shown below the campaign to avoid any delivery error. Okay, I hope we're following up so far. And, and another thing to note is that within the platform, you have email campaigns for partners, and we also have Campaign Pro for your clients. So it's basically the same thing, but Campaigns Pro is a product that is a campaigns product that you can offer to your client and is available in the marketplace. And the wholesale price for Campaign Pro is $16.50 per month to you. And of course, the suggested retail price is $50 per month. So that's a good margin. You can, of course, always increase this or decrease this as your preference, So Campaigns Pro is available. During my demo session, I would go briefly. We'll look at Campaigns Pro briefly together. I hope we're following so far. If you're following, just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, yeah. Perfect, perfect. Okay. We're trying to make sure that we finish right on time today. Of course, while you understand. So let's go right to the demo on the platform. Just give me one moment and I'll share. Okay, perfect. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Thumbs up if you can. Mountain Media. Okay, good. Awesome. So this is Mountain Media, and this is our demo account. By now, you're used to it. maybe some of you probably would wake up and open your eyes and you see mountain media. But anyways, this is our demo account. We use it to show you what's going on within the platform, for you to see what you can do. So let's say you open your partner center. Before you send out a campaign, before you start, there are some things that you should note. There are some housekeeping things that you should do. So you go to administration, okay? And then you go to customize and email settings. You want to go here. Why are you going here? Just to make sure that the information here is what you actually want, your senders to, I mean your recipients to see. For example, this is general email settings, sender name, sender email. Just make sure that it's right. Okay. If you scroll down, you'd see required contact information for campaigns. Recall I said, according to the anti-spam law, you must have your address filled up and at the bottom of your campaign or promotion, whatever it is. So make sure you fill this out. Once you're done, click on apply changes. If you do not click on apply changes, whatever changes you've made would not be saved. So always click on apply changes once you know that the information here is correct. So we've done that. So we're good. The next thing we want to check would be under marketing, right? So under marketing, you would find email, you'll find campaigns, everything that has to do with campaigns. So under marketing, I also want to go to email settings here. So I click on this again, just to make sure. This is just what we're trying to cross our T's and dot our I's to make sure everything is in order. So we'll look at the sender name here just to make sure everything is correct. If it's not, if you want to make some changes, make the changes and click on save. Scroll down as well. You have the option to use a default authenticated email domain, or you can actually use your own domain. I would advise you use your own domain if you have one, but it's always better to use your domain. If you do not have one, then get a domain. That would prevent your emails from being flagged as spam. So once you do that, you put in your information. I'm thinking for most of you, this would not be active, right? So you will need to set it up. So you need to put in your domain records, your DNS records, and then authorize the domain. So once you do that, you are all set to go. Now, if I put down this toggle, this information is already filled out. But for you that is not active yet, there will be a resource article just showing you, just around here, showing you how to put in these records, these DNS records, and as DMS records and SPF records. So there's a resource article right at the bottom there. Okay, so once you've done this, like I said, or just click on save and you're good to go. So these are the housekeeping things that we need to do. And now we're ready to send out a campaign. So if I go to campaigns, you see here, just like we always like to do in Vendasta, we have some recommended campaigns for you. So these are campaigns that we've already drafted that you could go in just to save time and choose from. So let's say for today, we're getting started. We're just starting with campaigns. So let's go with a get started campaign. So this has been, of course, drafted for you. You can click into the content to see what it is. And just something of note, I did notice just right before this session that there's some latency in the loading of this. It's not supposed to be this slow. I have reached out to the support team, so they are looking into it. But regardless, it is going to load up soon. Just give it a moment. Yeah. So it's typically faster than this, but just of note, there's something going on with it. So yeah, so you can click into the email and see what it's like. If you like what you see, like, this is about getting started, introducing a client to the business app. right? So if you look at it, you say, okay, this is what I like what I'm seeing, right? This is good. I want to send this to my clients. Then you can go ahead, and this is event one. Remember, I said campaigns typically are a series of emails, right? So this is event one of one. So this is the first email. So you can click to the next one. So this one says welcome ABC company. You can click to the next one. Just waiting for it to load. Yeah, it is a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna leave this, but basically you can go on it. I believe by the time most of you are looking into it, it should be resolved. But anyways, you could actually go click on the next and the next one, and you would see all the contents of the emails. Once you like them, right, you could always just go back and then copy. Okay, so click on copy. So we're copying the getting started campaign. Okay, and yeah, so would you like to open the copied campaign? Yeah, I could say yes, or I could close it. Regardless, it's going to now show up under my campaign. Remember, where we are at now is under recommended campaign. But if I go to, I could, if I close it, if I go to my campaigns, I would see it. So I'm just going to go ahead to close it and go back. I already copied it. So do you see it here under my campaigns? You can see that I just copied this one. So I could click into that now, right? And change the name. Let's say this says getting started copy. I could just change it to getting started. I'm gonna put February um 2025. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. I've changed it. So it depends. You could change it to whatever you want. And then note that this is still in draft mode. Okay, and you cannot edit any campaign that is not in draft mode. If it's already published, like if I publish this, then I cannot edit the campaign. I have to unpublish it for me to edit it. So just this is something important to note. So sometimes you probably have sent out or have published a campaign and you click on it and you see that you cannot edit it. So all you need to do would be to unpublish the campaign and then you'll be able to edit it. So let's click into the first one, right? So you can either click on edit email or just click on the other part there and you'll be able to edit it. Let's wait for it to load. And the good thing about this is that you get to see various views. So you can have the desktop view, you can change it to the tablet view and the mobile view just to see how your campaign is going to be looking, on various devices. Like I've switched to tablet, I have switched to mobile. So you see how the users or the prospects get to, how it looks on there. So going back to the desktop view, you can always edit it. You can always edit, for example, the subject line, it says welcome. And anytime you see there's two brackets here, know that is a dynamic content. What does this mean? It means that instead of you saying welcome, for example, A and W, instead of you just type welcome A and W, you can just insert this dynamic component here. That's the business name, and whatever business you're sending it out to, automatically the business name of that business or that prospect would be filled in. So it saves you a lot of time. You don't have to manually send out, the welcome to each business. It just gives you, it saves time basically. So you could say that if you like it, get started. You can change this and you would see. So this is where we're at, right? Get started. If you want to edit something, right? You could edit it and say maybe ready to get started. Put an exclamation mark, for example. It should change. It's loading up here. Okay, just give it a moment. Okay, yeah. So this has changed. It's usually faster. Like I said, we are working on getting this resolved. So, but you would see the changes live as you go. Okay. And let's say you want to insert another dynamic component. So you just click on this and you could actually choose, let's say, contact details. And you want to change, you want to put in the last name. Okay. So add. So automatically you'd see, give me one moment. So automatically you would see the last name field here. This is still rolling up. So we're just going to leave it and would see that show up later on. So the next thing here that you want to look into will be your rich text. So rich text is usually the body. It is the body of your email, right? You can always edit it. Like if you don't like, if you don't want hey first name, you can change it to hey. And sorry, you can change it to hey. You could change this dynamic component if you don't want this one. If you don't want hi first name, you want it to be the last name, you could always remove this, click on here. Same thing like we did before. Contact details, put in last name instead, and automatically any contact that you send would actually get that last name. I mean, would actually it will say hey the last name instead of this one. And one thing to note, just ignore this. I think this is part of the bug that we're facing currently. So one thing to note again that we have available is the AI. So you could, let's say, you know what, your brain is a little bit foggy. You're thinking of Valentine. It's fine. But you need to send out this email campaign. The AI is there to rescue you. So you can put in Valentine special. Okay. Oh, I don't think I put my cursor correctly, but it's fine. So wait for it to generate. So if this is fine, if the content is fine with you, love it in the air, blah 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 blah. If it's good, okay. If it's not, you can still edit this and use content. So it saves you time. It's beautiful. You get to, like work more efficiently. You just make sure that everything your spellings are correct just with the AI tool available here. The next one I want to look at would be padding. Padding just means it's just a space right between here, this white blank space here, and here, right? So I could change this to 100, for example. Maybe I should, let's see if I have this open here. Okay, I do. Just give me one moment. I'll share that. Let's see. Okay, good. So you see there's now a space here, right? So it's basically the space. So how do you want it? So this is you customizing how you want your campaign to look. So that's what, so whenever you see padding, that is it. You can actually do that at the bottom as well if you want, so you get a feel of how you want your campaign to look, and we have the tools available for you to make use of it. The next one is the button. That's this button. So for the button, you can actually choose the color, right? You can change it as best as you want. So let's say you don't want green, you want it to be red, that's okay. So this could be red. Just give it some time and it should change to red. Or if you want it, if you have, let's say there's a particular color of your logo that you want to use, you could also use that and pin it to whatever color that you have. Let's say you can find the exact one, and it would actually reflect right here. Okay, so right now this has changed from the green that it was to brown. So you can always edit that. Do you want it solid? Like this is solid right now, or do you want it to be outlined? So that removes that like the solid color. So it basically removes the background. So that will reflect soon. Sorry about the latency that we're experiencing, but I'm guessing we get what's yeah. So you could be like this, or you could leave it as solid. I think I like solid, so I'm gonna leave it at that. So you could do that. You could also put in the URL link that you want. So this is the call to action button. So just once they click on this, it will take them to the business app. Okay, so you could insert the URL that you want. So that's it. I hope we're getting it, but that's the whole point of this. So anytime you see rich text, you could just know that it's the another body of the email. And importantly to note is you can actually drag. So if you do not want this here, you can drag it. And let's say you want it to go after maybe an image, you can always drag. So you can drag each aspect of the campaign to where you want it to be. Okay, once you do that, it would reflect on this side. So there's a lot of flexibility on how you can use it. You can always insert image here, or and well, I could actually do that here. So let's say I remove this image. I'm gonna choose another image. Um, let's be the Valentine. Let's say I choose this one instead. Okay, just give it some time, and you would see that load up soon. And if you do not like the full width of the image, just waiting for that to load up. Good. If you do not like the full width, I don't think this doesn't look nice. So I could make it to change it to the center. Okay. And once I do that, it will adjust. Of course, if you have a particular image link that you want to use, you could attach that too. Padding again is the same. It's just the space. How do you want the spacing to be? And for images, oh, sorry, my bad. Okay. And for images, again, you can actually adjust the image width if you want. That's it. That's basically it about editing your email campaign. Last but not least, I want to show you would be your logo. Okay, so right at the top here, right now the logo alignment is in the center. You could change it. Do you want it to the left or right? Wherever you want it, you can adjust it, and it will move to the direction that you want. Just recall at the bottom, just like I told you, you will see here your contact details. It's very important. If you do not have this, then you would not be able to send out the campaigns. And you could put a footer disclaimer if you want. A disclaimer, I don't know, this is not a spam. Just for example, and it will appear at the bottom here, the footer. It's still loading, but you get it. Yeah, the T has appeared, which is good. So you just see it right here, just as you want. So it gives you a lot of flexibility on how to use this. Once you're done, once you see that, you know what, I think this is good, just hit save. Just remember, hit save. We don't want to go through all this work and you haven't saved it. Okay, that would suck a lot. So hit save, and voila, you've edited it. You're good, and now we can go back. So that is how campaigns work. I'm just gonna refresh this, and it still shows that it's in draft because we haven't published it yet. Okay. So remember what we just edited is the first email. So we could go ahead to edit the other ones as we want. So I'm not going to do that because it's basically the same idea. And one thing to note is that you could choose, okay, so how long do I want this email to, how long do I want to wait before I start this campaign? So for the first one, we can leave it at 0 hours. So we want it to start immediately. So 0 hours before starting. Yeah, that's fine. For the second one, we could say, let's wait 2 days. Or let's wait, you know what, the next day is fine. So you could do that and you wait 3 days if you want, right? You have options of hours, days, and weeks. So recall it's a series of campaigns, I know, a series of emails. Sorry. So you get to choose how the spacing between those emails as it makes sense. You might not want to send a campaign on a Saturday, for example, because or on a Sunday, because chances of anyone reading those could be slim. So you want to make sure that, these days fall on the weekdays, you know, while you're sending them. And you could also, let's say this email too, you look at it, you be like, okay, maybe this could actually be the first one instead. You could drag it. I probably need to refresh again. Oh yeah. So you could drag it, right? You can change this so that this is the first email that goes out. So just drag it and drop it. So basically that's how you do that. I hope we're following so far. Is it good? Is my pace good? Do we understand? Is it clear? If it is, just give me a thumbs up. Good. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. So yeah, so that's it about editing campaigns. So once we're good with this, we publish. Okay? We can just publish it. And it tells you there is a message here. Once you publish this campaign, you and your salespeople can start using it. Recall I said it's going to be available to your salesperson once you publish it. If you do not publish it, then it's not going to be available to your salesperson. So something of note. So it tells you this. You will still be able to edit the contents of the email if you want. However, after you've added an account or user to this campaign, you won't be able to add, delete, or reorder the email campaign. So very important for you to note. So we're going to publish it. Okay. And recall you can always unpublish so you can edit. So once you do that, you could send campaign. If you click on send campaign, you'll be able to send it to particular contacts if you have, right? So recall like these two, I can't send to these two because they don't have email addresses. So you only be able to send to those that have email addresses. Okay. So I'm going to cancel that now. And of course, you see, the sender name and all this information just to make sure that you're sending it out to the right. I mean, you're sending the details there, sender name, actually what you want. And then once you selected the contact, you could click on send. So some of you might be thinking, what if, because this just shows, yeah, you could select a lot, right? So 25 selected. What if I have my own list, right? What if I just got some leads and I have my own CSV file? Like, how do I get those contacts into the platform? That could be a question. So to do that, for example, I'm just going to go back to accounts here. So you got a bunch of leads and prospects, let's say 100 or 200 or 300 of them, right? And they're in the CSV file. You can always go in to accounts on the lists, import lists. Once you click on import lists, just go ahead here, choose the file, you import it to direct you. I'm going to ask a question. In the list, and I've mentioned it before, in your list, let's say you have a list of 200. Can someone tell me the two most important um, 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 aspects of the list that you should have within the list? Like the two most important, would I say, roles that you should have within the list? Do you know? Let's say we have a list. What are the two most important things that you should have on the list? Two most important subjects or aspects that you should have. If you know it, just leave it there. I want to make sure we are following. Anyone? Company name? Zip? Yeah, you're close, Zach. You're close. But I've mentioned it a couple of times. Yeah, yeah, Adam. Yeah, name, email. Yes. Aw- Awesome. The email is the user. Remember, that's like the most important. Name, email. Yeah. There's something that is also very important. Who do they reach out to? Who do they contact? Like when you send out the email, who do they reach out to? I've given you guys the salesperson. Okay, so the salesperson. So that your list should have very important, right? Like Adam has said, the name, the first name, last name, the email, right? Because of course, who are you sending it out to? It has to have an email, and the salesperson. Okay, so those are important. Those are very important subjects, or I don't know, that should be in your list. You should have them there. So once you do that, right? Once you have that, those details there, you make sure you have the name, last name. Um, you could have the company name if you want, if you know you're going to use it. Yeah, exactly. So you could have those there. And once I mean, you should, not could actually, you should have those there. Salesperson, email address, first name, last name, the company name, right? And then once you have those, then please go ahead and upload it, and you should be good. You get the information. So once you have the list, if you have, all you need to do, I'm just gonna use this, would be, let's assume we just uploaded a list, of 200 people, and this is the list. So all you need to do will be to click on the three dots there, add to campaign, and this is the campaign, right, that we just created, February 2025. You could schedule the campaign. When do you want it to get sent out? Choose what the time, whenever you want, and click on start campaign, and voila, like your campaigns get sent out. So this is how you send, a bulk campaign. And um if you have, let's say, maybe you don't have a CSV file, you just want to send campaigns through the accounts that you have already. Just make sure, like, these ones do not have any users, right? Account has no users, account no has no users. Just make sure, but this one has. So make sure the account has a user, right? If it has a user, then you can actually click into the account, for example, and same thing, three dots and campaigns, and you can see this is the one we just created. You can start campaigns. Okay, so there are various ways for you to send campaigns to your prospects or even your customers, as the case may be. And under the CRM, recall, you could actually send to users or contacts, right? So under the CRM, the same goes. So your salespersons would only have access to the CRM. So as a salesperson, you'd need to go under contacts, and you could actually highlight this box here. It tells you how many you've selected. These ones do not have email address, so I could just uncheck these, right? Once I've done that, click on the action button and add to campaign. Same thing. right? So we get the drift. So that's how it is. It's just pretty straightforward on how to send out campaigns. So this is how your salesperson or even you could actually send campaigns within the CRM. So you can send campaigns within the CRM. You could send campaigns like by creating a list on their accounts. You could send campaign again, within accounts itself. Okay, so we are about rounding up in good time. I am glad. The last thing that I would want to show you would be Campaigns Pro. So recall I said under Campaigns Pro, for Campaigns Pro, that is a product that is available to your clients. So I'm just gonna search for Campaigns Pro here. Oh, I think I'm almost spelling right. Okay, yeah, that I. Okay, so just like I said, this is Campaigns Pro. Okay, um, for people that are on the free plan, the wholesale cost to them is $50. But the paid plan, the wholesale cost is $16.50, right? And the suggested retail is $50 per month. So let's say you don't have this already, like you're not selling it already. Just like I said in when I was doing my partner center presentation, you have to come here and click on start selling. Right now it shows selling because obviously it's selling, so but you have to click start selling and you will see the product will now be made available for you to use in your store. So to reach out, and the contact information will be here to reach out to our support team if you have any questions regarding this. Campaigns Pro is available in all countries. Just also remember screenshot and files. You get to see, files and documents about the product under screenshot and files. So I'm just going to go to an account now quickly. It's the same thing. I do recall, I think I missed something. Email templates. My bad. This is something that I did miss. But it's the same thing. Under email templates, I'm going back now because I missed out on email templates. Sorry about that. Email templates is the same thing. So just like we have recommended campaigns, right, for you, we also have like templates that we've prepared for you that you could use. So it's the same thing, really. But this one is not. This is not now a series of emails, but this is just like one email template. So, for example, this is a feature template. It's already there. You'll find it also in your partner center. We could click on this one. Okay, so we could click on this one and it shows you this is just a template that you could use. So, hey, John, we're trying to announce a special promotion, blah, blah, blah. If you like this one, all you need to do will be to click on duplicate, right? And it would duplicate it for you. You could change the name of this, you could change the name of the template. So, this is promotion copy. We could put promotion Valentine if you want. I'm just going to save and close because everything here is what I've shown you before. So you could just save it. Okay. And this is, you'll find it here. So promotion Valentine, I just did that. So if I want to create, if I want to create a new campaign, like a campaign that is not a recommended campaign, I could just click on create campaign, and just put maybe Valentine promotion, create. What I could do would be add existing email and choose this one. That's the promotion Valentine that we just did. Add email. So this serves as one of the emails that I'm going to use. So I could continue, adding existing emails if I want. from the templates that we have available. Just add again, right? So this is a way for me to create the campaign. So I could actually, you can do that. Or you could create your own and publish, or you could create your own templates. You could just create an email. That will be the same thing as creating a template that you'd use. And whenever you want to send out such emails or such campaigns, you just keep using the same one, just editing it or whatever you want to do. So, yeah, that's how email templates work. Does anyone have any questions about templates? Are we all good? If you're good, give a thumbs up. Yeah, yeah, we're good. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna, okay, that's good. Yeah. So that's how templates work. You could use that as well. And even for the previous campaign that we had, that this one, Digital Success 2025. So you see, I can't edit this, but if I unpublish it, right? Now I have the option to edit it. So I could actually add let's say, oh yeah, it's Valentine. I should actually do a promotional campaign. I could add the existing email and add this promotion Valentine to this. Add. So we have this again. You can schedule it for whatever day you want right here and then publish again. Yeah. So that's it. So last but not least, I just want to show you how Campaigns Pro. It's basically the same thing. I'm just gonna give you an overview. So under manage accounts, we have I'm gonna use Rabbit Groomer, our favorite account. Um, yep, Rabbit Groomer, just because it has Campaigns Pro, as we can see. I'm just gonna open Business Adventure that tab instead. Okay. So this is Rabbit Groomer, and they have Campaigns Pro. So you would see it here, campaign. So under campaign, you get to see basically the template. So the same thing. So right at the top, just like template works in Partner Center, just like I showed you, they have some suggested templates that they could use as a client or customer, right? And if they like it, they could just click into it, same as we did before, and duplicate it and edit just like we. So it's the same. If you get it, is the same thing, but only that this is the one that is available to your clients. So they click into it, they can edit, and if they like it, save it. Okay, and it should be, well, this was the one created today, February 14th. So it should be under their templates. So whenever they want to use it, they could actually create a campaign, right? And you can name it Valentine again. So create. Yeah. So once they do this, just the same. They can add the email, add existing email, and we use this one that we just did. Add email, and it works the same way. They'll also have the option to do the SMS campaign. So that's a really great feature. So they have the option to do the SMS campaign as clients. So basically, once they're done, they can go into the campaign and look at how their campaign is doing. So let's say they've published it, they've sent it out to 20 of their customers. They can look into say, okay, what's the total recipients? Like how many of the recipients are active? How many emails have been delivered? What is the open rate? Right? So what is the open rate? So this will give them a feel of how their campaign is doing, right? And even, of course, give them room to create next steps. Like, okay, how did this campaign do? What are the next steps for us to take? So etc. So they can actually use this information here to figure out the next step of action. So that's it about Campaigns Pro. That's everything. Does anyone have any question? Are we good? Tommy, I see you have a question. Are we good? Is it clear? Do you have any questions about Campaigns Pro? All good? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just a thing of note, Monday is not there's no boot camp on Monday. Monday is family day in Canada. Okay, so it's a public holiday in Canada. Please do not show up. You'll be alone with the crickets and grasshoppers if you come here on Monday. So the next session will be on Tuesday. Okay, thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and Valentine. I'll be here just for 2 minutes if you have any questions. Okay. Just gonna be plain.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock ticking. Think of you, caught up in circles. Confusion is nothing new. Flashback, warm nights, almost left behind. Suitcase of memories. Time after, sometimes you picture me. I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me. I can't hear what you have said. And you say, go slow, and I fall behind. The second hand unwind. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. After my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray. Watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. And secrets stolen from deep inside. And the drum beats out of time. If you